Good morning, one all present here. My name is K. Muhammad Awais. I am from second year mechanical engineering. Today, I want to explain about working of a air in the subject of an thermodynamics. Introduction to air. Air is a mixture of a gas. Primarily, the nitrogen 78% and oxygen 21% each. Composition of air. Nitrogen is 78% in the carbon dioxide, water vapor and the other gases. Oxygen is 21% in the intake of air. It almost contains trace of amount of gases including the carbon dioxide and argons. Understanding the properties of a air culture of the various scientifics and environmental studies. See in the figure of the composition of an air structure in the right side of the slide. Composition of an air. The primary components of an air is nitrogen, which is inert and does not support the combinations. Oxygen is an essential for a life, as it is an required and expectations in the most living organisms. We can see in the right side of the figure in the slide, whereas 78% of the nitrogen in the air, just 20.8% of oxygen, it indicates an yellow color. It indicates an other color orange and other gases is less than 0.17%. That's all. Organs are in corrected as light yellow. It is less than minus 0.90%. Carbon dioxide are 0.03% included in the air. The oxygen of essential of a life as it requires to respiration of most living organisms. Tracing the gas in the atmosphere, although the small concentration playing significant roles in climate and weather reports. The role of an air pressure. Air pressure is a force exerted by the weight of air above the given points. The decrease with the altitude reading to change the weather patterns in the climatic changes in the summer, in the winter and the rainy season. The weather will changes by the air of the pressure forced by the weight. The variation of the air pressure can be caused by the wind as air moves from the higher pressure area to lower pressure area. These molecules contribute to the pressure and weight at this altitude. We can see in the figure in the right side in the slide. These molecules contributes to the pressure weight. It is an altitude. Surface area pressure equals to weight of an air in the column. We can see in the role of the pressure in the air. The air pressure force exerts in the weight of the gases. Temperature and an air. Air temperature affect the density and behavior of an air molecules we lost study in the previous stages where the nitrogen percentage, oxygen percentage, argon percentage we have studied. Temperature and density. The same pressure warms the less density than cooler air. Heat causes particles to move the faster and speeder apart. Density air conditioner. Temperature increases, pressure constant. Warm air is less density and rises, while cool air is density and skins. These temperatures difficult to in the key drives to atmosphere calculations and weather systems. Humidity and air. Humidity refers to amount of an water vapor present in the air. Highly humidity levels can affect comfort levels and influences whether the effects some such as air and storms. The relation between the temperature and humidity is culture of the understanding the evaporation of condensation of the process. Humidity means the percentage of the water vapor in the air compared to the minimizing maximum amount of and the air cold hold is called relative humidity. We can see the percentage and the graph of the temperature and amount of the water vapor. We see in the right side in the figure in the slide 10 degrees Celsius, 100% relation of the humidity, 52% relative humidity, and 28% unrelative humidity is water vapors. See in the humidity in the right side of the slide. Air movement and wind. Wind is the most of the air caused by difference in the air pressure. It plays a critical role in the distribution of the heat and moisture amount and the plants. Wind patterns are influenced by the earth rotating and the topi, topography leading to drivers the climate changes. We can see in the right side how the climate changes where the air cools off and cooling air sinks and the hot air rises. Seen the figure by the ground levels, it hot increases rises to the comes converted into the water vapor in the by the clouds of the clouds. Climate zones it will changes by the topography leads to diverse and climate zones. Climatic and zones. The importance of air quality. Air quality refers to conditions of the air in our environment and it is suitability of health. Pollutants such as matter gases can be significantly impact the human health and ecosystem of our body. Monitoring of the improving the air quality and essential and sustainable urban development and public health. 91% of the global population and the permutation of the global population in the air population and human health seen the figure of the right side. Air in the ecosystem. Air is a virtual of the photosynthesis allows the plants to convert the sunlight into the energy. It also plays a crucial role in the carbon cycle, influencing the climate changes and the greenhouse gas conversion concentration. Health air quality is an essential for the maintaining the biodiversity and ecosystem balances. We can see in the right side of the figure photosynthesis energy will gives to the oxygen and releases to the food carbon dioxide. Water forms in the soil level. 6 CO2 gives rise to H2O of the photosynthesis of this formation of the balancing of the ecosystem in the air in the ecosystem. Air in the climates. The composition of an air is changing due to humanity activities leading to global warming, increasing the levels of the carbon dioxide and the other greenhouse effects and graphs of the greens and heats of the atmospheres. Understanding these changes in the culture of developing the strategies to mitigate the climate changes in the impacts. Finally, the conclusion. Air is a fundamental component in the life of Earth, influencing weather, the climate, and the ecosystem. Protecting the air quality is virtual for the public health and the environmental sustainability. Continued research and education on the properties and the importance of the air and fostering in the healthy plants. We can see in the right side of the solar radiation how the energy will converted into electrical energy, carbon cycle, ecosystem, atmosphere composition, human contribution and resilience, land uses, land conversions, sea ice, oceans, air exchanges, evaporation, preparation, industry waste, clouds, H2O, CO2, FeC3, atmosphere combinations. It is a conclusion. Thank you. Have a nice day.